I'll wait for that crow to fly by. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to make a quick little video on changing the starter solenoid out on a 1996 Kawasaki Bayou 300. I've neglected this four-wheeler. I've let it sit under the barn for roughly a year now without starting it because I'm dreading doing this. Little tools of the trade. Can of starter fluid. Since I'm going to have to pull start this beast, I think I'm going to go ahead and just drown it in some starter fluid and hopefully we can get it to kick off. If this is something that might interest you guys, I'm inviting you to tag along as I try to tackle this little project. All right, here is the Kawasaki Bayou 300 4x4. Well, I guess the first thing I should do is just see if the gas is good in it. So it's got a little varnish to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some mechanic in a bottle on this, and we'll top it off with some fresh non-ethanol, and that will help to get it started. Oh, that's a good sign. Still got juice on the battery, but you can see the solenoid little cobwebs. I don't know if you can hear it. So our solenoid's just not making a connection. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. So we're gonna just pick this up. Got some horsehair, or ooh, got a little rat's nest down in there. I wonder how he got in there. Interesting. So we'll have to clean that out. We're just gonna give it a good old douse of starter fluid. On this side, we got a compression release. So you're gonna push that up. Ignition switch on. That's the bad thing about this. It's full choke. Want to get it top dead center. Helps if you turn the gas on. That's pretty good for sitting for a year. Okay, it's acting like it's out of gas. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some gas and we'll top it off, see if we can get it going. All right, I don't know if you guys have used this or not. It's called mechanic in a bottle. So this stuff is like great for if you've had something sitting for a little while and you just want to freshen it up. This unit holds around 3 gallons. So it's about 1 ounce per gallon. Just dumping that in the gas tank. Picked this fuel up yesterday. It is 90% ethanol free. This four-wheeler was bone dry. All right. We've got a full tank of fuel. It should start up now. I'm gonna give it another shot of ether. Let's see if we can get it to fire. Ignition on. Oh. There we go. Sitting for over a year in the barn. The Kawasaki Bayou is back alive. I'm gonna let it run for a second, heat up, lean it out, and I need to lean the carburetor out also. Looks like I got a little fuel leak. That's just gonna have to do for now. We'll address that at another day. Right now I just need to get the solenoid switched out. All right, I'm behind the ATV and the solenoid is just right there. So we're gonna make sure that I have the correct one and then we're gonna swap it out. All right, I've got my relay here. It's the Auto Relay number 9. It's made in China, so you know it's of the highest quality. All right, looks like it comes with some factory corrosion where they use the flux to solder those leads on. Overall, does not look waterproof like the OEM one is. You can see the little gaps right there. Luckily, where it's at, it's not going to get too much moisture. Let's just see if it looks like the one that's underneath. Okay. So the one underneath here is round. Looks like it's just got a little clamp. And I would say this will probably work. I don't know if you got a good view of that or not, but it looks like it'll work. All right, to get to this solenoid, which is right under here, it looks like I'm going to have to move or remove the battery and the modified battery spacer. Disconnect a couple of wires, and then we'll get this solenoid put in and see if we get it fixed. This is only held in with this vibration dampener. There's no screws or anything. It just kind of floats around in there. You can tell this one is totally sealed. The only problem I'm seeing is it's got holes in it, and the one I picked up from China does not. So they left crimpers in there so I could cut and crimp the connector. I don't really want to do that. We might just go to the Kawasaki dealer and go ahead and get the OEM one and not use the Chinese one. So here's the new part. It's a genuine part from Japan. Part number 27010/1314. Okay, so here's the new solenoid. You can see it has the circular pegs in there. So the fitting I have on the four-wheeler will just snap right into place. It looks like it's a Jideco brand. This unit's totally sealed, and it comes with a new rubber grommet. This just slides out. These are the ground wires. I'm not going to disconnect the battery because they're ground. Okay, so this grommet up here, it just pulls off, which is very nice. So you can see they're identical. All right, we're gonna get probably a 10 millimeter. I'll disconnect those wires and hook them up one by one. Oh. Even though that I'm pretty sure these are not hot, I'm still going to do my best to not ground them on the frame anywhere. It was important to me to get a sealed solenoid because this four-wheeler does get submerged in water whenever I take it up to Windrock, and I didn't want to put something on it that would die after the first time using it. There's the old one. This one actually has O-rings where these terminals go into the four-wheeler. You can see a little O-ring. You don't want to over tighten these nuts too much. You don't want to spin that terminal. Oops. You know, overall, this is a lot easier than I thought it was going to be to switch this little solenoid out. Okay, what I'm going to do before I tighten this last one down all the way is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide it back onto the holder just to make sure I got the positioning correct, or where its final spot needs to be. So the new solenoid is in place. Only other thing to do is to plug it up. Fortunately, I think I got that grommet a little in the way. There it goes. All right, let's give it a test turn and see if it starts. Well, we got the Kawasaki running. It was the starter solenoid. I want to thank you guys for watching this video, and especially watching it to the end. If you like this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and hopefully I'll try to get more content like this out at least every other week. Anyway, again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.